Hey, welcome back to Two Douchey Guys.
Two.
2DG for your beer review. What do we got today?
Today we have Lead Feather, another Half Acre Brewing Company beer. It's classified as a black ale. I believe, yeah, out of Chicago. They are kind of considering it more of a porter. Why it's called a black ale and not a porter, I don't know. But we'll get into it and let you know what we think.
Let's do it then.
Soup.
Let's not waste any time.
Two
times in a row.
I've never had this happen before, so...
Well, they did just come from Chicago. Days ago. Then I'm going to slide that fellow up there, see if we can get some light on. And I don't know why. What are you going to see? It's dark. Just like it should be. Huh. Just the initial smells wafting through the air. Ah! Some interesting smells there.
On the pour, obviously we did it with a lot of viscous. Black is night. Not even any light down at the bottom, none around the edge. The head, it's kind of a thick, pillowy type, rather large bubbles.
It's not dissipating.
No, not dissipating whatsoever. It's really holding on. Kind of a light tan color to it. Let's get an aroma.
Alright, let's do that. Interesting. It's not quite what I was expecting, just from looking at it.
So I'm not getting a ton out of it. You get a tiny bit of chocolate, tiny bit of roast.
Really? I'm getting more of a, and it's probably from the yeast, but I'm getting a fruity esters. I'm getting a bit of a green apple. It's rather interesting. It must be I assume it's an English ale yeast or something that's a little more along those lines.
I'm getting like the generic ale kind of smell, something you would get maybe in an amber or something like that.
Yeah, but I do get a little bit of green apple.
All right, let's give it a taste.
Deep in there.
Kind of ton on the taste. I'm getting a little bitterness up front. I'm getting a lot of roast out of this one, actually.
Yeah, I actually taste more. I won't say a lot, though. I'm not going to say it's... You get the bitterness of the roast.
Yeah.
The dry bitterness that kind of puckers you a little bit on the, draws in your cheeks. But I wouldn't say it's nutty,
no.
Roastiness.
No, like I said, it's kind of like an espresso bean type of roast. I'm getting a little bit of the bitter baker's chocolate type taste.
I get the bitter, fruity, green apple-y. But the green apple flavor that I get when I taste it is more like the skin. You know what I'm saying? It's not the fleshy part of the fruit where it's juicy and vibrant. It's more like
fleshy part of the thigh.
But it's more like
Sopranos reference.
Ooh, with the vipers. It's more like the flesh, where there's not as much of a dynamic range in the flavor. It's just it's not real broad.
I'm getting a little bit of that tartness you're talking about. I'm not getting a lot from it, though.
No.
Like I said, a lot of roast, a little chocolate, and a little bit of that fruity apple rind, like green apple tart from the rind.
Just a little.
Now, again, this is open to, obviously, discussion or debate. But for the style, we're going to go to Rate Beer for this. And they are classifying it as a porter, even though it says a black ale on there. There's really not a lot of difference. Generally, though, I will say, for people that don't know, black ales generally are classified as black IPAs.
Which I generally like.
Yeah, and that's what I was expecting. Granted, it's my fault for not having looked at it beforehand, but this one on Rapier is being classified as a porter. That's what we're going to go with. So, style for the porter. They gave it for style and overall both an 89.
I hate to say it, but I don't do a lot of porter.
No,
I don't know that I can say definitively if this is even in the style. So, but based on what I'm tasting, I'd give it 7. I'm just not overly excited about it.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7 as well. It's nothing that's super impressive. I've had a lot of porters that are better than this. And for me, I'm not a huge porter fan because, like, if I'm going to go that dark, I might as well just go stout. And if I'm going to go stout, I might as well go imperial stout.
No, but see, there are days, though, I can see where, hey, I want a dark beer.
Yeah, but it's, like, lower in alcohol.
But I don't need all that of a stout, that heaviness. But I would go black IPA, then.
Oh, absolutely.
That's where I would end up if I wanted a, well, or a Coast Stricer just for nostalgia's sake.
I feel like this beer, like, it's not, I just feel it's almost flat. Like, not in carbonation wise, but it's just like taste wise. It's like, it's very,
It's
like,
narrow.
one dimensional kind of narrow flavor profiles.
I don't want to say it's one dimensional. There are a couple things, but neither one of them strays off the mean very far at all. You get little hints of something that's there, but
so 7's for the style overall.
Definitely. Overall, I'm gonna go 7. I don't think I'm gonna. Again, it's light. I find it somewhat refreshing. It's not bad, but it's nothing that I'm gonna go out of my way to get. I'm not gonna go out of my way to get this. I'm not gonna. Like I said, I'll go to something else first.
Say the ABV is 6%. So it's not anything crazy as far as alcohol. It's like for 6% may sound high, but it's like 1% higher than Budweiser. So that's where he's getting the light comment.
No, I'm getting it's light and refreshing. It doesn't weigh on my palate.
Yeah.
I don't feel that it's going to weigh me down.
Is it sessionable? No.
No.
Would you probably drink a lot of these in the summer? No.
No.
I wouldn't drink a lot of them in the winter.
That's my problem. I don't know when I would drink a lot of them.
I say overall,
I don't mind drinking it.
Yeah, overall 7. I mean, it's not bad. It's not.
Yeah, and I want to stress that it's not bad. If I brewed that, I'd be fairly proud of it. I don't want to say I don't want to say fairly, but
it's got.
If I could brew that with consistency, I'd be happy that I could do that.
Which generally with porters, other than a lower alcohol content, you generally expect more of a robust kind of roastiness. Now, whether that be along like coffee or just roasted malt, kind of like a Guinness. This doesn't have it to me. Aroma-wise, it's not there. You do get a little roast, but you also get like that generic green apple kind of tartness.
Yeah, I think I'm tasting a lot more of the yeast, what the yeast produces for it than I am, obviously no hop, really. I mean, there's a little bit, actually. A little bit of hop bitterness there.
Like I said, tiny bit of
there's just no dynamic
chocolate
to it at all.
Yeah. So, 7's across the board.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go out of my way for it, but
if it's there, why not?
Yeah.
Expand your horizons. That's what we're trying to do.
2DG.
Happy drinking.